battle, the better you are at slaying to the beat, the more intense everything gets. And we have vocal performances from legendary artists like Serj Tankian from System of a Down, so while headbanging isn't mandatory, we do recommend it. Our demo is live now on Steam, Xbox and PlayStation platforms, so go check it out and slay to the beat!
That one was Metal Hellsinger, coming later this year from Funcom, a rhythm shooter with metal music. And right now, as I mentioned, a demo has launched on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation for you to play for free. Next up, a new game launches tomorrow, The Quarry from Supermassive Games. This spiritual successor to Until Dawn stars David Arquette and an all-star cast. It's getting great reviews, and this is one of those binge-worthy teen horror entertainment experiences where your every choice shapes your story and determines who lives and who dies at a camp in upstate New York. Here's the first look at the launch trailer.
Family is the most important thing in the world. But if your whole family, you know, like every last one of them decided to jump down the bottom of a well and they're all just hanging on the end of a rope, how can one person be expected to pull them all back out? You can't. So you pull on that rope and you're just gonna fall right down to the bottom of the well with the rest of them. And what's the point of that?
What? There is a lot more to this than you realize.
Like what?
Kidnapping, murder, cover-ups. I think the whole Hackett family is in on it.
You have no idea what's going on here. Not a goddamn clue.
All right, let's do this.
Run!
Who should I call?
911.
You mean 911? Who says 911?
Goodbye, cruel world. We gotta get out.
I'm gonna enjoy watching you die.
This isn't a ghost story. It's a creature feature. It's really happening, and you're all in it.
This is gonna get a little messy.
Them's the rules, you noob.
Back at the Game Awards, we were proud to reveal Nightingale, a shared world survival crafting game from Inflection Games up in Canada. Now it's time to give you a brand new look and deeper look at the game, including its innovative realm card system that lets you impact things like the weather pattern, resources, and challenges in its procedural realms. Here is your exclusive new look.
You're alone in the realms, I'm afraid. The portals are a mess. Not even sure if Nightingale made it. Given how fragile you humans are, I'd say that staying fed, dry, and rested should be your priority. If the portal arch is inactive, you'll need to make realm cards from rare resources. Once you have realm cards, you can activate the portal. Beware, though. Foul things lurk in the interrealmic void, waiting to get in. Be ready with your axe pick. Shadows have offended. Think but this, and all is mended.
The Saints are marching in on August 23rd with the reboot of Saints Row that we revealed last year at Gamescom. And today, we're happy to announce the launch of the Boss Factory demo across PC and console, which lets you design and set up your character. And since it's Saints Row, you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this one. Check it out.
Guys?
You gotta do something to capture people's attention. So what do we build next?
Me.
I want all the power. Yeah, I want all the power. I want all the power. I want all the power.
We are so
Good at this.
What you fool wanna challenge me? Got a pack on your back with a strap, can't relax, cause you know there's no guarantee. I ain't never death, that's a fact, don't react to the task of the mass and the cavalry. Stay correct with your majesty. Savage, never kneel, never have defeat.
Seriously, this is perfect. Dinner and a show, baby.
Fall drop from the roof, is it? Yeah, cut them loose if they ain't gon' get the proof with you. If you're looking for the truth, mister, flash ain't grind, cause I got one thing to prove, quicker. Side of the moon, high speed chase, make your heart stop from the zone. Unsolved, they bring bizarre vibes in the room. Top floor brawl, that's a far drop from the room. I want all the power, the money and the dollars, the legends in the alley, the tunnels in my palace, 100 miles an hour. Cause I want all the power, I want all the power, I want all the power, I want all the power.
Next, we've got an exclusive first look at extended gameplay of Warhammer 40k Darktide, Fat Shark's follow-up to the critically acclaimed Vermintide series. Darktide promises intense 4-player co-op action and terrifying enemy hordes to team up against. And it's out on September 13th for PC, on Steam, and exclusively on console on Xbox.
Manufacturer MHL 1736 is heading towards a power systems failure thanks to a bit of heretic sabotage. So you're going to restore the coolant and hopefully save the day. Get in, access the operations array and use the cryonic rods to flush the system. Preferably before something explodes. Head on through the ventilation tunnels and look for an access point.
This way! Move it!
Bloober Team is known for psychological horror games like Blair Witch and The Medium. Today, they are ready to reveal their latest creation made completely in Unreal Engine 5 for a visceral horror experience. It's a return to the world of Layers of Fears. Get a dose of this.
Someone once said insanity runs in our family. Let it run. They say it's a tale of sadness and guilt, of an artist trapped in a place beyond redemption. It's a lie. This is a story of my fear, pain, and hatred, of the horror of my loneliness. And it is mine to tell.
Now I see it. All this misery, all this suffering. There was no other way.
Shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have.
An empty shell cannot live forever. It cannot live at all.
I was trapped in this house, bound by this body. Now, I break free.
This October, Gotham Knights arrives. Batman is dead, and it's up to the Batman family, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin to protect Gotham. To give us an exclusive new look, let's head to Montreal to hear from executive producer Fleur Marty.
Hello and warm welcome from WB Games Montreal. I'm Fleur Marty. I'm the executive producer on Gotham Knights. Today, we are thrilled to share more with you on one of our beloved knights, Nightwing. This showcase is the first in our character series, and we're really looking forward to share more with you as we continue working towards our launch on October 25th. So I hope you enjoy the show and stay tuned.
I had nothing. And then this city became my home. Its people became my family. Gotham gave me everything. It deserves to feel safe. No matter how hard we try, there's always more to do. And now, it's up to me.
Got time for a dance, Nightwing?
I got this, Bruce.
That was Gotham Knights, and now we welcome, oh, look who it is, Neil Druckmann from Naughty Dog, co-president of Naughty Dog. Great to have you with us, Neil. It's been an eventful day on the internet for Naughty Dog fans, and
I think we jinxed ourselves. We were joking about last night, like, watch the assets will leak, and lo and behold, that's what happened.
well, the good news is there's some stuff that hasn't leaked that we have lots to share with people about all things at Naughty Dog. But first of all, it is it's a big month actually for Last of Us fans because Last of Us 1 and 2 both launched in June, and it's nearing its 2-year anniversary for Last of Us Part 2, which is hard to believe.
Yeah, it's crazy. 9 years for Last of Us 1, 2 years for Last of Us Part 2, and we still hear from fans. They're still sending us letters and art, and these characters and this journey and this world mean so much to them. And it's just been kind of amazing. Like Last of Us Part 2 early this year passed a pretty big milestone. It sold over 10 million units. And that kind of support, that kind of success, we're so grateful to our fans. It has allowed us to grow as a studio, and now we can take on multiple projects, more than we've ever had at the same time.
Multiple projects. Okay, very interesting. So what can Last of Us fans expect in the future from you?
Thank you for asking, Jeff.
Yes.
So one of the things we've mentioned a while back is what started out as a multiplayer mode has evolved due to the team's ambition. They really wanted to do something beyond what we've ever done before at Naughty Dog. And we felt the way to do it justice is to make it a standalone title. And they've been working on it for the past 2 years. Ambition has grown, and we're not quite ready to fully unveil it, but we're ready to lift the curtain a little bit and just give you like an update of where we're at.
Okay, well, what can you tell us about this new standalone multiplayer game?
Yeah, so we have a concept art that we want to show. But what I can tell you is that this game is big.
Okay.
It's as big as any of our single-player games that we've done, and in some ways bigger. It's got a story. The way we're telling that story is very unique to this game. It's got a brand new cast of characters. It takes place at another place, another part of the United States.
It's like a city might be somewhat familiar, some people.
I'm sure our fans have already figured it out. And it's really cool. And it's being headed by Vinith Agarwal, Anthony Newman, and Joe Padnatti, all veterans of Uncharted and Last of Us. And you're going to see a lot more of this game come next year.
Next year, so I wait till next year to hear more about that one. Okay, well, very exciting that this has evolved, and I mean, that concept art looks incredible. I can't wait to see Naughty Dog storytelling fused with multiplayer live game.
It's something special. We can't wait to show it either.
Okay, well, that's not all. We also have something that I've been reading about on the internet every day, it feels like. Up in Calgary, they're filming the Last of Us show for HBO, right?
Yeah, so for the past year, we've teamed up with Craig Mazin of Chernobyl fame and HBO to adapt The Last of Us into a TV show. They've been filming, and it's pretty incredible. The stuff I'm getting back, when we're looking at back at Naughty Dog, we can't help but feel emotional because not only is it so good and the quality is so high, it's so authentic to what we've made in the game. I just can't. I couldn't be proud of, like, again, Craig and that whole crew and everybody that's up there. And their last day of filming is tomorrow.
So the entire series, last day of filming is tomorrow.
Last day of filming is tomorrow. Craig is up there right now, kind of wrapping it all up. So it's pretty close. It's closer than you might think.
And you actually got to direct one of the episodes?
Yes, I think that really speaks to the kind of collaboration and trust that exists between Naughty Dog and HBO. They invited me to direct one of the episodes. I think we have an image from the episode I actually directed.
Ooh, okay. So we could first look. Let's take.
So you could see this is a certain museum that players might know from the game. And I really have to talk about Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, and not only directing them but seeing them do all the other episodes. They've thrown themselves at these roles for a whole year. Watching the nuance that they bring to these characters, their relationship on and off camera, I couldn't help but think about Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson. It felt so similar to the chemistry those two actors had when we made the game. And it really feels like this is going to be something special. And I will say this will be the most authentic video game adaptation yet.
Well, I mean, that first image that they put out, it feels like the video game. Everything that I've seen, both public and other stuff, makes it feel sort of super legitimate, as you said, and that's awesome to see Joel and Ellie from the front side now for the first time. So we'll see more of that next year. That's coming as well, right? Serious?
You'll hear about it very soon. That's
okay.
All I'll say right now.
All right. Well, Last of Us HBO, very, very exciting. And I hear you actually have a couple actors from the show who are going to join us here.
We happen to have a couple actors here that are part of the show. We should bring them up.
Okay, come on up.
Oh, what's up, guys?
Oh, hello.
Surprise.
Troy's back again. Hello,
I know.
Ashley. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm a little confused, though. I thought maybe Pedro Bella, but Troy Ashley out here from the game, right?
So when Craig and I started working on the show, almost one of our very first meetings, we said, Troy and Ashley have to be a part of it. And we're such fans of like the talent and like helping us create Joel and Ellie. We felt like it was so important that they become part of the show. And it has to be more than just like kind of like a wink to the camera and like a cameo.
Okay.
These are real roles that we're keeping under wraps for now. But man, I'm bummed that I couldn't be there with you guys when you filmed your stuff.
There's been so much stuff I feel like
so good
on the internet. There's so much like talk about what's being filmed, and I think that's you guys have kept a complete secret that you. So you were up there and you filmed your roles by now, obviously.
Well, keeping secrets with this franchise is kind of old hat. Like we've
Except
had
for today.
Except for today. Except for the date. It was one of the hardest things for us to do is to not let people know that because we're so proud of it and the work that we did. We worked hard. The crew. I have to say. When I walked out on set, to be met with literally every person that I met on that crew is such a fan of this game, and they all knew what it was that they were working on and committed to working on this project because of their fan and their love for the game was one of the greatest. It was like I was coming home to friends.
Yeah, the attention to detail, the crew was amazing. Bella and Pedro are they're so perfect, and we've been trying to sort of describe that feeling of sort of seeing them in person. It's like the characters coming to life, but it's so much more than that. I feel like I can't fully explain it, but I am so excited to be a part of it, and just I can't wait to see it. I think it is going to be so good. I love the story. I love being a part of
I'm so excited about the series and the fact that you guys are going to be in it and undisclosed roles. I'm so fascinated how it's going to sort of bob and weave and are these characters we know from the game that they're playing? New characters? Can you tell us anything?
Yes.
I can tell you.
So sneaky. All right. Well, we're so excited.
Maybe it's already on Twitter by now.
Hey. All right. Well, let's talk about what was on Twitter earlier today. Lots of talk about the idea, or really what's happening is it looks like you guys are remaking the original game, and this is like a ground-up remake. Is that right?
That's right. We wanted to give people the definitive version of the first game that wasn't encumbered by any technology. Wanted to find a way to get even closer to our original vision, and we're able to do it on the PS5 and PC. And instead of talking about it, let's look at it.
All right, let's take a look at The Last of Us Part 1.
So why'd you leave Boston?
I've been on quite the adventure, little brother.
I reckon it's got something to do with that girl.
It's got everything to do with that little girl.
You know, I've never been this close. It's the outside.
So is that everything you hoped for?
Can't be any worse out there. Can it?
Once upon a time, I had somebody that I cared about. And in this world, that's good for one thing. Get you killed.
I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had? I get into trouble down there. You make every shot count.
I got this.
Hope you know how to use that thing.
I've had some practice.
Truly one of my favorite games of the past decade. Guys, what's your reaction to that?
Yeah, we hadn't seen that yet.
Yeah, you're watching it in real time.
Yeah.
It's because you did these. These performances you did a decade ago.
Yeah.
You didn't go back in. I mean, you used the original performances.
Yeah,
right?
actually, we came up with a process where you could take the original animation that we did for the faces and kind of like retarget it on these new rigs that have a lot more fidelity And then the animators went back and
We're seeing
studied.
side by sides here just how much it has changed. That you went and you redid the models and rebuilt everything.
Everything was rebuilt from the ground up. Same art director, re-art directed the whole thing from the ground up. But the great thing about these faces is that they're closer to the original performance. All the animators went and studied those videos and got it closer to what you did on set than we could have achieved before. And that's just like one of the things we could talk about, like this brand new AI, like all the combat is redone. Just the fidelity of everything, 60 frames per second, all the stuff you're getting on the PS5. Again, we wanted to give, knowing because of the show, because they're all new players for PS5 and PC, we wanted them to have the definitive version of The Last of Us.
Amazing. Well, now you guys get to replay. I mean, when was the last time you guys played the game?
I actually played it again just to refresh my memory before working on the show.
I was just a glutton for punishment, and I went straight from playing
never
part
played it.
1 straight into part 2. And so the last time that I played literally would have been 2 years ago, since we're celebrating the anniversary of part 2 coming out. So I mean, it looks like I'm definitely going to be up for another playthrough with this.
I can't wait to go back because it was you guys did such an amazing job on that original game, and
It's really, when you play it, when you see it in motion, it's really night and day from what it used to be.
I imagine that think of The Last of Us 2 combat, but kind of that back in The Last of Us 1.
Well, it's the whole, like, all the new animation system, the new AI system, everything we've learned on, like, Uncharted 4, Last of Us 2, we apply to this, again, to give that definitive version. Just to give a quick shout out, this project is headed up by Matthew Gallant and Shauna Skye. And you'll hear a lot more about it and see a lot more about it over the coming weeks leading up to the release September 2nd on PS5.
All right.
And shortly thereafter on PC.
We will look forward to it. Now, Neil, you've talked a lot about games directed by other people. What are you directing? You still making games?
Still making games. I haven't given up my day job. It's a little early to talk about it. Maybe if someone in PlayStation wants to leak it, then we can talk about it now. Otherwise, we'll save it.
But you do have a new project.
Do have a new project, but we'll save it for another Summer Game Fest.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll try and save it. All right. Troy, Ashley, Neil, thank you so much for dropping by Summer Game Fest, and I am so excited that The Last of Us is returning, as you said, in September. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Awesome. All right, well, that is going to do it. Thanks to Naughty Dog and PlayStation for that very special look at The Last of Us and the entire franchise and where things are going. Very, very excited about that. All right, Summer Game Fest continues over the next few days. Coming up right now on this very stream is Day of the Devs with I Am 8-Bit and Double Fine, including an exclusive new look at the planet Atlanta. And then the Devolver Digital Showcase. Tomorrow, we've got Netflix Geeked Week, which I'll be co-hosting, and the Tribeca Games Showcase streaming, along with the Epic Games Store Showcase. And then finally, Sunday, it's the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. You can stream them all at summergamefest.com. As for me, I'll see you again in August when we are back live in Cologne, Germany for Gamescom Opening Night Live on August 23rd. And then the Game Awards will return in December live from the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. And finally, I'm excited to share that Summer Game Fest will return in June 2023 as a digital and in-person event to bring the gaming community together. Thanks for being a part of Summer Game Fest. And remember, there are more events and announcements to come. We'll see you soon.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Day of the Devs.
Day of the Devs.
What? You don't know what Day of the Devs is? Day of the Devs is the greatest and definitely the oldest independent games festival that exists. It was started over 10 years ago by Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit to celebrate the best independent games out there and bring them to you, the fans. We wanted to bring developers and players together to get together, play games, and have a great time. It used to be a physical event only in San Francisco, but now it has gone digital so the whole world can enjoy it. And we're really excited this year to be part of Summer Game Fest. So sit back, relax, put on your party hats.
This thing? I'm supposed to put this on?
That's right, everybody, put on your party hats. Everybody. Everybody. That's right, that looks good. Now we're cooking. Put on your party hat and enjoy Day of the Devs.
We got a new one today. This is from a good friend Michael Frey and Rafael Munoz. Previously, Michael made a game called Kids with Playables that we published at Double Fine Presents, and this is his new one. It's about the limited time we have on Earth told through the life of a fly. This is called Time Flies.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael. You might know my work from a game called Plug and Play. I co-founded a company called Playables where we made a game called Kids. But today we're going to talk about this guy in my upcoming project that is a collaboration with Rafael Munoz, who is the principal programmer on the game. The project we're collaborating on is called Time Flies. Time Flies is about our limited time in this world. In Switzerland, where I'm right now, we have a life expectancy of maybe 84 years. In the US, it's about 77 years. So you have a little bit less time to achieve the things you want in your life. In Time Flies, the things you can achieve are nicely prepared on a bucket list. This is a very small part of that bucket list. So these are the things you can do in the world. The game is coming to PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, PC and Mac sometime next year. Please visit timeflies.buzz where you can sign up for the newsletter so you get updated when it's out, or you find a link to the Steam page where you can wishlist the game. Thank you.
Our next game is Planet of Lana, the debut title from Sweden-based Wishfully Studios and published by Thunderful Publishing. The gameplay is reminiscent of dark side-scrollers like Inside and Little Nightmares, but the vibes could not be more different. Who are these enigmatic enemies? What do they want with Lana's sister and her world? And what other secrets are there to uncover in this beautiful, boundless environment?
Hello, my name is Adam Stjernljus and I'm the creative director at Wishfully. We're a small indie game studio in Sweden making Planet of Lana. In our game, you play a young girl called Lana, who is forced out on a mission to save her sister that has been taken away by an invading robot army. Early on in the game, Lana meets the mystical creature Mui. You quickly develop a strong bond and friendship to Mui, and she proves to be both intelligent and loyal.
Hello. Ima.
Being her own personality, Mui also has things that she's afraid of.
Meno Mui.
But being small and agile also has its advantages. For example, being able to reach places that you can't.
Pamaki Mui. Hello.
She also has this special ability she can use to control some of the strange creatures of this planet.
Hello.
Together, you have to make it through both the harsh and beautiful environments of Novo. Past dangerous robots, through deep and cold caves, unraveling long-forgotten mysteries that all lead to your destined future. Planet of Lana is really a labor of love, and we're very excited here at Wishfully to bring you what we believe is a truly unique adventure. And beyond the companion-based puzzle solving and hand-painted art style, you will experience an engaging story with twists and turns that hopefully will stay with you long after the credits have rolled. Planet of Lana is coming to Xbox and PC this year, and you can wishlist right now at Steam or sign up at our newsletter at planetoflana.com.
This next title from 2 Star Games is quite literally an on-the-rails shooter. You and your little yellow train with its mounted machine gun and exquisite collection of bobbleheads will face off against a demonic, clown-faced train who is hell-bent on devouring human flesh. This is Choo Choo Charles.
Hey, I'm Gavin. I'm the solo developer behind 2 Star Games, and I'm currently making Choo Choo Charles. It's an open-world horror game where you navigate an island in an old train, upgrade it over time, and then use it to fight an evil spider train named Charles. If you pump enough lead into his face, that'll probably encourage him to run off and find something else to eat. You have one goal above all else, and that's to summon Charles to a 1v1 and fight him to the death. To do that, you'll need to explore the open world, looting abandoned areas and completing missions for the locals to gain powerful new weapons and scraps that you can use to upgrade your train's speed, armor, and damage. You'll need to leave the relative safety of your train and venture out on foot. This is where things get really dangerous, with Charles constantly roaming around looking for his next meal, and camps of shotgun-wielding cultists looking for someone to feed to him. After collecting 3 heavily guarded gems from abandoned mines around the island, you'll place the gems on one of the shrines, angering Charles and drawing him to your location. Best be careful out there because it might be unwise to wander too far from your train. If you do encounter Charles while you're roaming around, it doesn't matter what you do now because you have truly angered the beast and you'll either escape with your life or see it flash before your eyes. If it sounds like something for you, be sure to follow and wishlist Choo Choo Charles on Steam. I'd greatly appreciate it. It really does mean a lot.
We've got a special one for you. It's very personal and near and dear to I Am 8-Bit because it's a I Am 8-Bit Presents published title. It's called Escape Academy, and think of it like Hogwarts, but for escape rooms. It's from developer Coin Crew Games, and they hail from the arcade amusement space. They've designed escape rooms in real life. Better they talk about their game than me. Here they are.
Hey, I'm Mike.
I'm Wyatt.
And I'm Michelle, the art director.
Wait, am I supposed to say I'm the... Hey, I'm Mike.
I'm Wyatt. We're the founders.
And I'm Michelle, the art director.
Oof, okay. This is... I hate that.
All right, once more with feeling. Hey, I'm Mike.
I'm Wyatt.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're Coin Crew Games. When Coin Crew Games was founded, we were actually building real-world escape rooms and arcade machines, but when the pandemic hit, we needed to pivot. So we decided to take those learnings, building real-world escape rooms, and transpose them into a digital format, and thus Escape Academy was born.
Good luck trying to hack me without sufficient power. Probability of your expulsion, high.
Escape Academy is an escape room adventure game that you can play either single player or co-op. You play as a student at this titular, mysterious Escape Academy where you get to master the art of puzzle solving and train to become the ultimate escapist.
What are you waiting for? A room full of gas is no place to relax.
We're all fans of escape rooms, so when we couldn't find a digital, authentic escape room experience, we decided to make one ourselves.
Walls are often misleading at the Academy.
Escape Academy isn't just a puzzle game, it's an escape room game, and it brings that play pattern home. We have a huge amount of puzzles in this game, and they never repeat. And in addition to that, you can solve every puzzle using just your mind, no dexterity required, although you may want to bring a paper and pencil.
The academic theming gave us the leverage to create a wide variety of rooms that support the narrative and put players in situations they would never find themselves in real-life escape rooms.
When we were designing the game, it was really helpful to have the experience of both playing a lot of escape rooms and designing real-world escape rooms as sort of a design anchor to buoy us to.
I did not anticipate the rodent assisting you. Bad turmeric. Sadly, that rat will be no help in bypassing my lasers.
We really took our time to create an eclectic cast of students and faculty members that help guide you throughout the academic journey of Escape Academy.
Building on the lessons that you get in each room and raising the stakes throughout your journey at the Academy was definitely a design pillar we wanted to make sure came through in the final game.
I am not feeling so well. Analysis, I have succumbed to disco fever.
Escape Academy is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and PC on July 14th and will be available day one on Xbox Game Pass. And you can wishlist us today on Steam.
We'll see you at the Academy.
Thanks!
Escape Academy!
This game's for all those fans of organization out there, all those organizers. It's from a studio called Max Inferno, and it's a game about getting things lined up just right. It's called A Little to the Left.
Hi, I'm Annie.
Hi, and I'm Lucas, and we are Max Inferno.
Yep, and we're really excited to share with you today a cozy puzzle game that we've been working on called A Little to the Left. A Little to the Left is a game where you sort, stack, and tidy up the house. In each level, puzzles are hidden among regular household objects, and you solve them by arranging items in a very particular way. Many of the levels have multiple solutions. It's all about observation and imagining the different structures that could be at play. The game takes inspiration from our own home and some of our own little tendencies. Another big source of inspiration for the game is our cat, Rookie, who should be around here somewhere. Occasionally,